Hey, Pat McCardle back for another episode of Shop Talk. Again, joined by my good buddy Dave, because we're going to dive deeper into this Polaris XPEDITION platform. Dave, what are we talking about today?
Hey man, we just set up camp, right? Check it out. We've got a rooftop tent on the Polaris XPEDITION, and this episode is all about adaptability and how the vehicle was designed to do many activities, including camping, with our new Polaris Adventure line of accessories.
So Dave, you crawling into this tent or am I?
I think the camera's got to crawl up there.
All right.
Yeah, check it out.
Setting this up, I noticed a few things that were pretty cool about how, it was bolted to the rig. It just kind of, flipped over. We were able to get all the rainfly stuff out. I mean, I'd never done this before, honestly, and it couldn't have taken more than 10 minutes tops.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we got in about 5 to 7 minutes completely set up, and this tent was designed to go on the Polaris XPEDITION. So fits the roof rack, mounts with 4 bolts, super easy, and comes with everything you need for your tent. It's got the LED light strip up there, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's got sleeping for 2 to 3. It even comes with cargo net, boot bags here, so you're not tracking the mud and dirt into your tent. It's got the rain fly, multiple windows. It sits right on top of the 5-seat as well as the 2-seat ADVs.
Well, I think the other thing that was cool to me is everything you need is right where it belongs, right? So you got a little pocket for these rods, right inside the door. So once we found it, everything was easy to find and get out and set up, and even the ladder is adjustable. So if you're not on a perfectly level spot, you can actually grow the length of your ladder if you needed it longer, or shrink it up if you need it shorter.
Exactly.
So yeah, this thing's super versatile, really adaptable. So I think maybe the next thing we should talk about with these guys is all about this new lock and ride system. But I think to do that, we should go to the front of this XP, because we've actually got kind of the original Polaris lock and ride setup. And we got a cargo rack here that really has one position, right? It never moves.
Yeah.
So in looking through these things, for anybody that's ever used one, if you've ever seen a plug on your boat for keeping the water in the right spot, it's really similar to that, right? You got a cam over design, kind of clamps down, flares that rubber out and locks it into place. You got an adjusting nut so you can adjust the tension. But there's a few things that, they really only go in one spot, or certain places that are designed with this particular interface in mind.
Exactly. I mean, that lock and ride system's been successful for us, about 15 years or so. Customers love the ease of use and how you can drop accessories on and off with ease. But as we got into the adventure space, we wanted something that allowed a little more adjustment and allowed you to do a lot more things with it. So introducing Lock and Ride Max, and you can see it's all based on an aluminum rail system here with a channel and entry windows. And so this is a great example of this. This is just a D-ring here, and you can set it on in, adjust it to where you want it, and tighten it down. So pretty cool. It's got a lot more adjustability, and also it's wicked strong because it's built out of aluminum extrusion. Yeah,
so we got this giant cargo box, which this thing is fairly fantastic. So it's quite simple, right? Line it up, slide it in place, flip the latch down,
snap down,
and you're done, right? And this thing is actually quite awesome. You can open up either side individually if you're accessing from the driver or passenger side. Or, if you want the whole thing open, plenty of space to bring all your gear with you, which is fantastic.
Yeah, massive.
And it looks like there's a couple drain holes too, so if you get any, got any water or ice in there, you can let that stuff get out.
So you just have basically a mechanism there, and as you pull up, it just clamps down on the extrusion. So again, infinite adjustability and tons of adaptability.
Yeah, and super simple operation. That's the part that's kind of awesome here. So we got a couple other things that can fit in the back here too. So what's up next here?
Oh yeah, this is a bed rail, right? So you saw the extrusions on top of the box. We also have that on the side of the box. This bed rail goes cross box. So same thing, you just lock it in. Now it gives you even more surface to use those Lock and Ride Max mechanisms on. So you can use this for a gun mount. If you're going hunting, you can put your spare tire mount on it. There's a whole line of accessories that will attach right to this. Oh, speaking of tire mount, there you go.
Yeah, we got you covered there. So super simple, drop it in, 2 clicks and you're done. Now, how many different spots? I mean, this can go obviously on this rail. It could go on the sides too.
Yep,
right?
it can go on the side. Yep.
So if we want to get this out of the way, whoop,
boom. So maybe that time you don't want the rail, you need more room in your box, then you throw your spare tire on the side there, and just like that, click, click. I think that's the theme, right? Click, click, and you're ready to go.
You're done, yeah. You know, obviously we've got the North Star trim here, right? Which has got, you know, full cab, full heat, full AC. As you look across the different trims, are there different options for, you know, windshields, doors, kind of all the things that surround you in the cab?
Yeah, exactly. So this one's loaded up, obviously, right? This is a North Star full of accessories. You can see we got the front rack, roof rack, storage box we were just showing you, and the North Star has the heat and air conditioning. But if that's not your jam, we also have the Ultimate and the Premium, which would be more of an open air experience, right? That has half doors and no front and rear windshield, so you can feel the environment that you're in. From that vehicle, with all of our accessories, you can always build that up. We got, you know, soft upper doors that you can put on, you know, if you like the open air in the summer, but you want to enclose it during the winter. You can really build the machine the way you want it with that, like you said, 100 accessories. So you can really build it out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, and I think what's cool too is, right, you got options where you can flip the windshield open if you want that fresh air coming at you. Right, obviously I got HVAC controls here that we'll get into probably, you know, a little later, another episode.
Let's check out that tire carrier again and see what we can do when we pull it into the ADV model. So ADV, as we explained in the previous episode, is the models with the rear structure and the fixed box here. This happens to be a North Star, so it's completely enclosed. But again, you might ask, where are you going to put your spare tire? Well, right here on those same lock and ride rails, you can put the tire in there and still have a ton of storage space back here for all your goods and gear.
Yeah, so I think one of the other things people might have noticed is I kind of cheated on this one, right? I got the rear window out of the back of this thing right now. So I'm going to get this out of the way, hand it over to Dave, and just kind of show everybody what this is like. So again, the cool part is I don't always like having a cab on when I go riding. I'm used to kind of being free air. So the nice part on this, you can see, you got these little things that you just turn halfway to lock them in, and just the thing that sets on the rail down here at the bottom. So it makes it really easy to get these in and out. So, you know, you line it up on the rail, get it in the right spot, reach in, turn those suckers 90 degrees, and you're done. Like, you know, obviously I'd do them both while I was going riding, but just for the demo here, reach in and do one. And again, same thing for coming out. You loosen them up, off comes your rear windows, and you got that open cab environment.
Yeah, so as you're talking about trim levels, this again is the North Star. So it comes with the rear hatch, the side windows, tip out windshield on the front, and full power doors. But if you were to buy the Ultimate, like you like the open cab experience, you still get the structure back here. And with that structure, you could buy those windows and enclose it and do the soft top. Or we have MOLLE panels, if you're familiar with those. There's like military standard. It's kind of got that grill pattern on. Yeah. And then you can actually put bags and storage and put some tools and stuff on the side. So the whole idea is that you can get this vehicle ready to go camping or go on your adventure anytime you want to. So you're spending less time getting ready, more time out on the trail.
Well, and I think, Dave, kind of one of the other trick things that, you know, a lot of people may not pick up on right away is we've actually got these contoured for great sealing surfaces, right? So you can see this rear glass has a flat side, right? On the outside, there's flat sealing surfaces and a nice, you know, isolator seal kind of on the bottom half here. But we also, you know, we were talking about these lock and ride rails. You know, on this machine, we've got them in the floor of the box. Is that an add-on, or does that come stock that way?
Yeah, that's an accessory. So we designed the vehicle to accept these rails as many places as possible, right? So you got multiple channels here on the floor of the box that you can do. And yeah, like, let's look at those D-rings. Now you have the opportunity to actually put D-rings and other accessories to the floor of the box as well as the sides and on the top.
Boy, if I could actually work my hands today, it'd be way easier. So, pretty simple, right? Thread the nut on, get that thing lined up, drop it in, tighten it down, and you got yourself a D-ring. And these are like really strong. I mean, they hardly move at all.
Yeah, it bolts right into the frame of the box. So, like you said, well integrated. And now again, you can just configure the vehicle to how you want it, because you got a lot more adjustability in how you tie down your gear. Yeah, come check this out. Let's invite you into the back seat here. And you can see the industry's only completely flat floor in the back. We flip up these seats. You can see tons of storage space to put coolers, gear, anything you'd like down there. And those same rails that we were talking about in the back of the box are now on the floor. Again, you can put D-rings anywhere. The best part about putting your gear down here is it's down at the center of gravity, so it rides a lot smoother. Things aren't bucking in the back and moving around. You put your cooler down there, it's gonna ride a lot smoother.
That's awesome, Dave. I think, you know, one of the other cool things I'm looking at here, you got, you know, nice floor lighting back in here. I think you guys can probably see that lighting up. And these cup holders, I think, get out of the way too, right?
Yeah, if you need more space, say you got a bigger cooler to go back there, you just pop those cup holders out of the way and you're good to go. So
super simple,
yeah.
Right? No, this is awesome. So what I mean, these seats, they're super easy. Like, they got these nice gas struts to go up and down. So it's really easy to fold them either way here.
Yeah, you notice those are 60-40 split seats, so they flip up and out of the way. But what's beautiful about this is now you can literally have this vehicle as a 2-seat. You can do a 3-seat configuration, 4-seat, or 5-seat. So whatever combination you need, depending on the gear you got,
right,
this vehicle will take it.
So Dave, we talked a ton about this convertibility of the cargo area on the ADV, and we talked how cool these seats are, how they flip up and flip down. How do these seats work when you got an XP, because you don't have this whole open cab area?
Yeah, exactly. So on the XP, it features the dump box, right? So in the rear seats, you still have the flip up, split 40-60 seat and the flat floor. So you still get all that goodness. You can put the gear inside, you can flip the seats, but you've got the dumping box. And so it actually encloses right behind the rear seats rather than having the flip down seat.
Nice. Well, speaking of the XP, let's head back over that way so we can check out that cool step and the roof rack on this thing.
So we designed this for roof racks from the beginning, right? Indicated by the flat roof as well as the step right inside the doors. And we actually have 3 sizes of roof racks. We got this one here, the short one for the 2-passenger vehicles. And then we've got the long one, which we saw on the 5-seat. It actually works on every 5-seat, so ADV and XP.
Yep.
But also if you want to put it on a 2-seat ADV, that rack fits that one as well. So that would extend back here.
Yeah.
You got all that great storage in a 2-seat ADV and the larger roof rack. If on top of the roof isn't your style, then we do have actually through Rhino Rack a over the bed rack as well. So that rack sits about right here, allows you to put storage underneath as well as stuff on top of the rack using the same great Rhino Rack and Lock and Ride Max mechanisms that you used on the roof rack and inside the box.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Dave, we talked a ton about adaptability on this all new Polaris XPEDITION platform, right? We gotta tell everybody, you know, we got rear rails, new lock and ride. We got the stuff in the front. We got the cockpit, different cab configurations, different roofs, different, you know, tents. I mean, this is crazy. But I think we should wrap this episode, and be sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to see what's coming up next.